So what does your mom think though? She's down, she's accepting with the whole thing, or do you guys have friction?
I remember when I first started doing it, we had one conversation about it, and I basically said, because I think the worst thing ever is getting the feeling of getting exposed, like the feeling of like your parent coming to you and being like, I found this, explain. So I wanted to cut that immediately. I've heard other girls having this problem with their family, and it's always worse when they find out. It's always worse. Never do it. Never lie. Never try and hide it, because they'll find it, and they trust me, they'll find it.
Yeah.
So I went to her and I said, hey, this is what I'm doing. It's going pretty well. I'm going to continue doing it. And then she asked, is it porn? And I said, it's not porn. It's erotic photography.
Yes. Yeah. Come on, Mom. Well, it's the difference. When I was a kid, they would say it's the difference between like Playboy and Hustler. I don't know if that means anything to you. But yeah, adult photography versus like hardcore porn.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're not going to be ever doing hardcore porn?
No, it doesn't mean that. I might.
Yeah, I think
I might.
See that, Zach? How do you feel about that?
God bless. Can't wait.
You're funny. Well, you know, everyone's waiting for that, though. I'm just saying, in the community. And then, go ahead, Hila. You had a question.
So that conversation basically was it, and your mom.
She's really, really okay with it. Because when she was younger, she kind of did modeling and photography and things like that, and so she kind of understands.
Yeah.
I mean, she did some kind of, lewd things, nowhere near what I'm doing, but still, like, how photography kind of,
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of helped her understand a little bit, and she's really fine with it. She's
really
fine
cool.
with it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You've joked
really
about
good.
not having a dad. Is that true? Or do you have a dad?
Well, I mean, I have a dad, technically.
Okay.
But it's a tricky one, that, because I mean, I joke about the fact that he disowned me because, I don't have a dad, haha, that's funny. And I've joked about like, him being so ashamed of me and things like that. But in reality, I disowned him. So.
Oh.
Are you comfortable talking about that, or is that like something you don't want to discuss? I'm very curious because you mention it in your videos and your art and stuff about being fatherless.
He's just a huge asshole. Such a huge asshole. Because, like, I think anyone who has an upbringing, or even South African parents, kind of know that there's a sternness with South African people that is. I've never experienced it in the UK. I've never experienced it in the UK. But when I was growing up in South Africa and I'd go around my friends' houses or whatever, I'd realize that there's definitely a different personality trait there that's so stern. And he was always very, no jokes, so serious. And I've got this, even within myself, I recognize characteristics that I've got from like my mom and my dad. And I've got this serious streak that runs through me a little bit. Sometimes I clock myself and I'm being like, you're being way too serious about this situation. You need to like chill out a little bit. And so, yeah.
Yeah, South Africa is kind of a rough place to grow up, right?
I mean, when I was growing up there, I was so young, so I didn't really see or understand or really, I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw what children see, which is fun stuff like the beach and having my own pool, which was amazing, and all the cool things. So everything kind of went over my head, but there is definitely difficulties about living there. I mean, I haven't been back since I was 11, and I feel so I mean, I shouldn't feel like this, but I've got such an apprehension of going back. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's maybe destroying this idea of what I created that was my childhood, because I cherish my childhood. It's like a perfect little chapter of my life, and I don't want to go back and see it and be like, oh, this isn't how I remembered it. So it's a tricky one.
Does your dad live there still, or is he also in England?
Yeah, he lives there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of space between you guys as well.
Yeah.
But I think his upbringing there must have been really tough, because I know South Africa went through some really crazy stuff in the past,
Yeah. His upbringing was really, really shitty. So I imagine that's why he is like he is. So I understand that. I know there was a lot of shitty things that happened back then when he was growing up, because he was born there, so his parents and all this. I'm not sure if his parents were. Honestly, I know my mum's side of the family, but I really am unsure. It gets all, because I didn't speak to him, and he never really spoke to me much as a kid either. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint this whole whatever happened there. But he doesn't speak about his history much.